Hey, what's up guys, it's Flex and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be installing ambient speaker covers for this 2016 Mercedes-Benz C300. One will replace the actual speaker cover on the door panel, and the other one is an actual speaker. It's a pop-up ambient speaker that replaces the triangle cover in the upper right portion of the door panel. And I want to thank DMP Car Design for sponsoring this video and providing me with the product. And if you want more information on the product in this video, use the link in the description below. So now let me show you the products and then we'll get to the install. Here's the entire ambient speaker cover kit. Have the speaker covers for the 4 doors and the 2 tweeters for the front. So for the covers, it's just a cover that has an ambient light. And for the connector, this will plug to the ambient door trim harness I installed in episode 1. Here's an example of the harness. It has 2 free connections. One will just plug to the speaker cover. And for the 2 tweeters, these 2 will replace the triangle cover in the door. The quality and construction is actually really nice. So here's how it's wired up. This connects to the door box in the door. This connects to the speaker in the door panel. And this actually gives the speaker ambient light, and that will connect to this free connector on the door trim wiring harness. So with that being said, let's get to the install. Because I'm working with electrical components, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery. So for all the doors, I'm going to drop the window and I'm going to remove the 2 screws holding the panel in place. There's actually one right here and there's one right here, and I'm going to use a Torx screwdriver to remove it. Here's a better view of it. There's one right here, and there's one more right underneath the armrest, which is right there. Next, I'm going to remove this speaker cover. I'm going to pry on it towards me and then up. Now I'm going to use a trim tool to remove all the clips on the panel. They're very tight, so I might have to force some out. Now I can lift it right off the door. So this part I actually struggled with because there's a piece right here that actually slides onto this, so it's really tight to pull right off. And also I got to make sure this is out of the way and doesn't kink up over here. Now I can go ahead and remove the door wiring. So all I need to do is pull the sheath right here, pull the wire off the track, and then pull it right up. And next I'm going to disconnect the speaker. And then I'm going to remove these 3 connectors on the door box. So once I finish removing these connectors, the door panel will be completely free from the door. So here's the door panel. I already went ahead and removed the padding. So to remove the trim off the door panel, I actually need to remove a bunch of these clips right here. So to release the trim clips, there are these metal plates right here and here on both sides that I'm going to have to expand. And while it's expanded, I'm going to push down on the center black clip. That should release the trim clip from the door panel. And right over here, I've already done it. You can see the black plastic clip is pushed down. So to do this, I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver to expand the metal plates. And at the same time, I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to push down on the black clip. Now that all the clips are removed, I'm going to remove these two connectors. Now with the trim removed from the door panel, I can go ahead and swap out the covers. There's actually two versions, two for the right and two for the left. This is a left door, so I will need a left cover. As you can see right here, it will actually say L for left. So this is the right one that I need for the door. And this one will actually say R for right. So to remove the stock cover, I just need to release some clips using a flathead screwdriver. So while removing the clips, I realized they're actually glued in. So with a little work, I was able to finally pop it off. Now to install the new cover, this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the top, this is the bottom. So at the top right here, there's like a little slot that actually goes into this groove right there. But first I need to slide the bottom in, line up the top, and now I can push it into place. It should snap right in, and that's it for the install. Now I can route the wire to the inside of the door panel, and then I'm going to reinstall the trim back on the door panel. Now that the trim is fully installed back on the door, I can take the connector here and I'll plug it to the black connector on the Ambient door trim harness. It doesn't matter which one, all I need to do is plug one into it. Before I install the door panel back onto the door, I need to wire up the pop-up speaker. It's actually pretty easy. First, I wired up the trim harness back to the door box. Now I'm going to take the audio connection, this female connection here will plug to the speaker wire coming out of the door, and this male connection will plug to the speaker on the door panel. Next is the ambient connection. This will provide light to the pop-up speaker, and it just plugs into the door trim wiring harness connector right here. And lastly is the power connection. This female blue connection here will plug to this blue connection on the door panel, and this male end will plug right into the door box, right into that position right there. And that's it. I'm just going to wire everything up and reinstall the door panel. So I did mount the door panel, but I kept this part loose because I need to install the pop-up speaker. To install it, there's actually two little clips right here that will need to be inserted into these two slots. And this piece right here will actually wrap around right here. And on the bottom, there's two more clips or feet. Those two will actually need to go underneath the door panel. I find it's easier to install this door speaker by first installing this wraparound piece and hanging these two tabs from these two holes and then lifting the door panel onto the feet. Now that everything's installed, I'm gonna turn on the car and show you what happens. How cool is that? It matches perfectly with the ambient kit that I already installed. This is super bright, and that pop-up feature is just super unique. I love it. And also the cool thing is, this is a speaker. Before, I didn't even have a speaker there. It was just a plastic cover. So now I have the added benefit of a speaker and an ambient light kit on the speaker covers. Really unique. So when I shut off the car, here's what happens. So what do you guys think? I like it a lot, especially that light up ambient pop-up speaker. Really super unique for this interior. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, hit like below. As always, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.